Alrighty. Hello again, this is Terrace Majestus, and we're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Oh, still hanging around the bubble, waiting for Thursday to turn in the CG, and, well, bumming around getting a few things done that need to be gotten done, like gathering materials. So let's get together with the rest of the gang and get things rolling. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Oh, hi. Wasn't sure if you were going to show up today.
Yeah, running a bit late. Life happens, you
It's been
know?
a while since that happened.
Yeah, well,
So how are things today?
far too busy.
Ah,
And some things expired before I got to them, which is really freaking annoying.
wait, you were transferring files and stuff over, weren't you?
That hasn't expired yet. My time to fill in my self-evaluation for work did, though.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope. Well, you know, I was busy getting the release out the door, and the deadline went by, and I was like, oh, uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Well, it is what it is.
Gonna get yelled at for that, I'm sure.
I'm sure something will happen.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We were trading down materials here. I think I finished trading them all down.
Yeah, I thought you traded them all down. That was like the last thing you did yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Come on, Philip. You can't even remember what the last thing you did was.
Improvise components, civil unrest. No, I'll leave that one. All right. I guess that's as far as we need to go then. Galaxy map.
You were looking for Outbreak, weren't you? For the isolators?
I started looking for outbreaks to get the isolators, and then I just ended up going to lots and lots and lots of booms, because booms have a lot of stuff in them.
Yeah, it's random, isn't it? Just random.
Oh, no, it's dependent. It's not random, it's dependent precisely on system state.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, if it's the boom state.
Well, there's it's boom. You know, there's boom alliance, boom imperial, and boom fed, and they're three different things.
Yep.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 different things you can get in a boom state depending on other things going on in the system. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
It's got nothing. There's nothing random about it. Well, there's 2 of them that are alliance, proto-heat radiators and proto-radiolic alloys. But then of the other 2, one's fed and the other's imperial. And then there's a couple different in war, and there's a couple different in the war depends on, you know. Well, no, it depends fed or.
Oh, yeah, that too.
No, that's all it depends on. So in war, you're.
Yeah, but there's civil war. There's
Oh, civil war and war give you
war.
the same thing. Civil unrest gives you something different.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. Sorry if anybody was talking to me and I missed it.
Nope. Grace is here.
I see that. I said hi, but then I caught my husband on the back porch, so I thought I'd tease him some more. I kind of like this security shit.
With her camera.
Kind of like the security shit. He's out there barbecuing and says, "Is it done yet?" I don't have to get up and go find out. I just, hey, is it done? I caught him in the garden. Hey, you get out of the garden.
56,000 light seconds. Not going there. Okay. Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Only
Here's the galaxy map,
blow
Commander.
away. Nah.
You can go do it.
Nope, I'm good.
Hello, Castle.
Hey, Castle.
Oh, hi, Castle.
Pop it over to live rather than top. I don't really know the difference. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Fuel scooping complete.
There, get that back in there. Clicked on the wrong thing on the other computer.
Damn. Come on. He's going to take my damn spot. Stupid, Type 9. They're a menace to society. Hide. Out there.
$35 I can do that. I can do that several times over. That'll be good.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Everybody.
Hi.
I am absolutely exhausted today. Whew. Kids have me running all over the place.
What was he doing?
Oh, we need to go get haircuts and then shopping, and it was an all-day thing.
Yeah.
Well, just keeping my eyes open is fatiguing right now.
I need some toothpicks.
Yeah, I'm not far from that point. And the only thing I did today was work. But that's, just getting up is, with COVID, is somewhat of a struggle.
Oh, Lord, that's funny.
What's that?
This is Kayla. Said that, I don't have toothpicks, but I got Q-tips.
Hey, proto heat radiators. Gotta love them.
Oh, I've found 3 different sources last night with those things in them.
Hmm.
Is that one a good one to trade down?
Oh,
Or
hell
no?
yeah.
Is it? Well, you said that you said something last night that like you're trading down the stuff that makes sense to trade down. I'm assuming there's stuff if you find it, you don't really want to get rid of it.
Yes, there's a couple
It's
that are
a,
primarily only available in missions, and you don't trade those down
that's
because
true.
you cross trade to get the ones below those because they're just too hard to get.
That's exquisite focus crystals and biotech.
Yep,
Yep.
those two are basically
Cargo skip.
ridiculous to try and get. All the rest you can bum around signal sources of various types. The hardest type to find is the outbreak, of course, because there's
Right.
fewer of those. Second hardest is civil unrest.
Yeah, yeah. I
Because
found a bunch of boom.
oh,
That's
Yeah,
boom is
that's
easy to
so
find.
common. Yeah, that's common.
But that's also four of the four. That's almost half your materials. There's 10
Yeah.
materials, 4 of them are in boom. 2 in war, 1 in outbreak, 1 in civil unrest, and 2 for missions.
Mm.
man. I might need to pull a Lin here in a minute. Whew.
What's a
What?
lin?
What?
Cup of coffee.
Oh,
Oh,
He's always talking about during coffee.
hey,
Makes me jealous half the time.
why?
Frame shift
you
ready.
you
Listen,
always
if I
have
drink a
one
cup of coffee, I will be up.
3,
I will be up
Shit.
till 3, 4 in the morning.
I could drink 50 pots of coffee and still go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
immune
my,
to caffeine.
no.
That's all I drink all day long is coffee.
Ooh,
And it's not
you know what I
decaf
do
either.
have? I bought iced coffee. I can get that.
I bet that sucker's loaded with caffeine.
Yep.
It is, but it's so good.
So, yeah.
Oh, we're a high grade right there. It's 38 minutes on it. Whoop whoop.
It's like today, the guys got here at 9 a.m. sharp, and it's like, told them where I wanted them, exactly where I wanted them.
Another one.
And I thought, well, that's it. I can go do whatever I want to now and wait on them to install. Every 10 or 15 minutes, I was like, oh, we need to ask, it's like, ask my husband. He said, ask you. And it's like,
She's like, this is her job. I don't want to deal with this. She's doing the whole
Right.
security. You
Yeah.
handle it.
so now I'm making him pay for it,
Yeah.
like him out on the back porch barbecuing, and then I'd hook up the phone to the camera and say, "Is it done yet? What the hell's taking so
That's as bad as the damn garden, Lynn.
long?" Yeah, well, he can't hardly
Tell
go
you
anywhere
what.
on the 2 acres now that I can't spot and say something to.
Oh man, I'm kind of feeling sorry for him now. Doesn't get some peace and quiet, even if he
Oh,
goes
wait,
out
wait
into
till
the
he's
street
wait till
and
he's
yard.
moving something, and I holler out there, "Hey, you need to move that 2 inches to the right."
Oh boy, I can hear his thoughts
More
coming
like,
to
honey, honey,
himself
step
now.
out of the
God,
way.
please kill me.
Wait till I tell him, "Would
Step
you
out
quit
of the way. I
scratching
need
your
to check the
ass?
placement.
People are watching."
Nope, just you. And you married him, so you ain't got no choice but to put up with it.
Oh hell, he's a good old guy. I wouldn't trade him for $1 million a pound.
Right?
But he is a country boy, so I'm sure I'll
Yep.
get see him behind a tree, and I'll say, "What are you doing back here? What are you doing?"
Frameshift drive charging.
Watering the lemon tree.
Yeah.
He was taking a nap.
3, 2, 1.
Well, they said, "You want a camera inside?" I said, "Hell no, I don't want a camera inside. I may want to come across the front room scratching my ass or something. I don't want people watching."
Yeah.
They said, "Well, we got this Alexa that you can," and I said, "No, don't want it."
Or you haven't never yet asked another conversation for the stream. Never mind, I'll ask that later, Lynn.
What?
No, I'll ask it later.
Oh. Well, I don't want something that talks back. You know, it's like.
You already got a
Now they're
husband. What do
giving-
you need anything else to talk
Yeah.
back,
Well,
right?
oh, he don't talk back, but now you got the ones now they brought out shows the emotions. I mean, Jesus, I'd be having to pat it on top of the cat there because I hurt its freaking feelings. It's like, no, got enough snowflakes to deal with.
I had one of my players from the softball team. Her and her mom bought me Alexa to say thank
Oh,
you. I
no.
thought that was pretty nice.
No, that's annoying. And you're gonna be hitting your head on the desk after a while, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just unplug it. I actually had quite a few people. I was really surprised. I had quite a few people bring me stuff at the end of the season. I'm like, okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wasn't really sure why, but
Did you do something good?
apparently they think I did.
Okay. Well,
Proto heat radiators. Heck, I'm almost full on the heat radiators.
Yeah, time to go
Nice.
trade them back down. So you can do it
Yeah,
all
they,
over
they
again.
seem to be kind of easy to find. Yeah, right.
That's in boom systems, yeah. I know. See.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, boom, boom, right.
Boom Alliance.
If you go to the Federation, you get the core dynamics and
that's
proprietary, and then if you go to Empire, you get Imperial Shielding.
Imperial shielding, yeah.
If it's not in boom, if it's in boom, then you get to proto radiolics.
I thought you get proto light alloys too.
Well, you get 3 of them. There's what
You
is
do.
it? There's proto heat radiators, proto light alloys, proto radiolic alloys.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Proto Alex is what I was finding a bunch of last night.
Mm-hmm.
But those. It's the pharmaceutical
Isolated.
and sometimes the military grade and then improvised. What is it? Improvised.
Improvised
military
components.
grade- Military grade alloys is kind of a pain to get.
No.
You just have to find the right system and unrest. Not our civil war or
Even
unrest.
when I
Civil
do,
war.
I get the other drop.
War and
instead.
civil war.
It's war and civil war.
Well, you have to go into like an independence or an alliance. It's
okay.
in if you go into federation, then you can get the core Yeah, the ones
Core
for the
dynamic
Federation. If you go
components.
Empire, you
Yeah.
get Empire shielding. If you want a Pacific one,
Yeah.
then you have to go into an independence or an alliance in that title.
Oh, okay.
It's all
I
about.
need something for one of my engineers. I can't remember what it is though.
What are you engineering? Oh, wait, you said the engineer itself.
Oh, and just so
No,
you
it's
know,
for the material. It's material.
Oh, okay. What are you engineering then?
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
the problem. I'm doing like 5 different things right now.
Okay.
And just for everybody, check it. I don't know if you were here or not. Last night, the hull reinforcement packages we got from that last CG,
Yep.
they're engineered and everything. You can put a special effect on them,
Yep.
and it saves you from going through the 5 grades to engineer them. And all you do is put the special effect on them. So they're,
Holy cow. This was I'm listening. I'm listening.
but you know, that's what I'm saying. You saved a lot of material going from, you know, engineering it. I tell
Yeah.
you.
It's no better than you can make yourself, but hey, you didn't have to pay for it that way.
Yeah.
You had to pay for it a different way.
Yeah.
You can get it up to I think 738
Yeah,
points
something like
or
that. Yeah.
percent.
Yeah. And
So
that's with what? Deep
So
plating?
these
Yeah, deep plating.
radiolic alloys. I found
Yeah, deep lighting.
42 last night.
Proto-radiolic alloys are a lovely thing.
Yep, I found 42 of them last night, and I just found another spot with another 1, 2, 3 in here.
that's nice.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Menu. Oh. Yeah, I don't have voice attack running.
In that case, telling it to lower your landing gear or something is not going to do too much.
Push the down button.
Nope,
Yes,
that it won't.
exactly.
Look, just because y'all are jealous of our voice activation, it's not my fault.
No, just stop and think about it. You got 2
Yeah.
people in here giving controls to 2 different ships at all different times of the day and the night.
Besides,
It
pushing
doesn't
the
bother
button
us.
is-
Well, wait till we get it, and then you all have to listen to
Yeah.
us too.
Yep. Have 4 people in here doing
More
it.
the merrier. I ain't mad at you.
Go right ahead.
Well, Trace, just remember you said that. I
Yep.
don't want to hear
Nah.
anything from you.
I
wouldn't
just think
waste
it'd be
time
funny
with
for
it.
the stream where, you know, everybody's giving their
Yeah.
ship commands.
For one stream. For a single stream, maybe.
Yep.
Nah. Because I can actually push the button faster and
Yeah.
give a command.
Of course.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I agree. I am not disputing that by any means. I just like being able to speak to my ship.
You feel
Must be.
lonely?
This is bad when he starts thinking like I do. This is. I need to regroup, take a
Wow!
vacation, and be
You've
back.
been hanging out with Lynn way too long. You've been hanging out with Lynn too goddamn long. This is bull stuff.
Well, you know, he might actually be stepping up his game now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Damn, that was quick too.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was.
I ain't mad at you, Philip. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
See
just
there,
remember,
I
Philip, you'll
told
have
you,
to
hang
take it
around
later.
me, you go places. I didn't tell you where you're gonna go, but you're gonna go places.
Straight into the gutter.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's following me around.
I take it you sound a hell of a lot better there, Mr. Trace. How's your wife feeling? She doing okay?
She's doing better than I am.
Is she?
Hmm.
You don't sound like you're doing terrible anymore.
Certainly not as bad as I was.
Frameshift drive charging.
That almost sounds like the coffee's had for the last
3, 2,
Sounds like he just basically secured his phone now. That's it.
Yeah, today was a little better than the previous few days. The worst day was the day that I almost choked to death on a mucus ball.
Hairball.
Yep. It happens to the best of us, what can I say?
Speak to yourself, princess.
I'm not the princess here.
Okay, so you're the lapdog. Okay.
Not that either.
He reminds me of one of the toys I used to have when I was a kid. Anybody remember the inflatable Flintstone, Fred Flintstone punching bag? I had one of them when I was a kid.
I had a Bozo. Bozo the Clown punching bag.
Bozo, I remember those. I remember
Yeah.
those.
This was a Fred Flintstone and punching bag. It was weighted in the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
You punch it, and if you wasn't really careful, the damn thing coming back and
Punch your back.
smack you.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, I had a Bozo the Clown. My brother had one just like it. Just in different color. He broke his, and then I had to share mine, and he broke mine.
A nice brother
Damn it,
you have
man.
there.
Yeah, we each had a Tonka truck. He broke his.
Wait,
I was forced to share. He broke
He-
mine.
he broke. We're talking real
The
Tonka
real
trucks, right?
steel Tonka trucks, yes.
What the hell?
I had a grader and he had a dump truck.
Oh my god.
The
I
dump truck, he smashed in the cab windows, crushed the cab.
What the? How do you crush the cab?
I have no freaking clue.
Baseball bat.
He took he snapped the dump bed off the truck.
What the hell?
There was nothing my brother could not break.
Oh my. What?
And if
This
you're
thing
listening,
ran
buddy, yes,
forever.
I still hold that against you.
Jeez, my son still has all his Tonka trucks and graders and dozers, and he even had a crane, a mobile crane,
Yeah,
and a
fire him.
concrete truck.
Yep.
Oh hell, he
I
still
had
has
fire
all
him.
his, and his still works surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they literally last forever. I don't know how that bozo of traces broke that, but
He snapped it into whole bunches of little pieces.
yeah, that's
Crumple.
the thing. How do you snap it?
Yeah,
Did he take a vice or something?
Talent. The
So
dump
that
truck,
was his talent, you say?
see the dump truck had a full dump truck box and type thing in the back. Oh, he crumpled all the sides in.
Sounds like he tried to
took
sit on it.
hours. Must have been pounding on them.
No idea how he did it, and it didn't take him long either.
What? Really?
And then he completely broke my grader apart.
How old was he?
He was probably 12 at that point in time.
What? A 12-year-old kid can't break a Tonka truck.
Yeah, he could.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
We need to take up a donation and go buy Trey's a Tonka truck so he'll get over his child insecurities
Trauma.
of losing
Get
his
him
dump
over his
truck or his growth grader.
Childhood trauma.
So you remember Big Wheels?
Oh yeah.
Big wheels. You
Uh,
mean them trikes with a big wheel on front?
Yeah.
Carcass.
Well, my brother and I got one of each got one of those from my grandparents. Well, we had a driveway with a little bit of a downhill and a right angle turn onto the back walk, which then went down to the stairs.
Somebody took it down the stairs.
Well, no, the stairs go up, luckily.
Uh,
Okay.
But what my brother would do is go tearing down the driveway, pull the brake lever on the back, spin it sideways, let it in so that it would power slide, and get going down the, turn down the walk and go all the way to the stairs and run into the stairs. And he thought that was great fun until he wore flat spots onto his rear wheels and it wouldn't go anywhere anymore. At which point I had to share mine,
Oh no.
which he then proceeded to do the same thing to.
well, I had to blame your parents for that. After the first one he tore
Yeah,
up, there wouldn't be no
your
sharing.
parents should, yeah,
Mm,
your parents should have said no, he doesn't have to share.
no, my parents said you have to share.
Why?
I don't know.
Your parents are horrible.
Carcass.
I'm not impressed with their parenting abilities. Sorry.
Yep. Not impressed. Let's talk about a bad decision on their part.
He broke more of my
How
toys.
How is he supposed to learn something if you just let him keep breaking someone else's toys? When after he
But we're
breaks yours?
brothers. We're supposed to share.
Oh God, I hate that.
That sounds like a Dr. Spock parent.
And they wondered why my brother and I tried to kill each other all the time.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised you lived long.
He was
Yeah.
stronger than me, even though he was younger.
Hmm.
Hey, Shane.
Hello,
Yeah.
Shane.
Hi, Shane.
Although Bill had to put up with from all the teachers and everything, the why can't you be more like your brother thing.
Haha. Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you see, I was the student of the two, and he was an athlete.
Okay. Was he any good as an athlete, at least?
Cross dominant, highly dexterous,
Okay.
basically an natural athlete who could switch hit.
Okay. Fair enough.
So he could bat righty or lefty in baseball, and yeah, use that to his advantage.
Charging. 4, 3, 2.
Oh, wait a second. In a bad way, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, he ended up in our
He
region.
used that to his advantage in a very.
Oh, he used it to his advantage. He liked baseball.
Okay.
It's one of the few
Oh,
sports he
okay.
liked.
Oh
Um,
no, the way you mentioned it made it sound shady.
How do you use something to your advantage in a bad way?
Use that to pick up a bat. You know, a bat makes a decent weapon. Or
well,
or
he ended up
used
in.
a golf club to send something through a window or something. There's
Yeah.
other ways.
He ended up playing on one of the regional teams.
Okay.
So, but then Dad
Oh, I'm
pushed
sure
it.
he did as a switch hitter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Dad pushed too hard, and he decided he was done.
Yep, that happens sometimes.
We both played hockey. We were both very good at hockey, although at different positions.
Yeah.
I was
I played goalie myself.
later on in life. I picked up goal, but
Mm.
I played either center. I could play center or defense very well. Bill was a power winger. He's a power forward.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it was good with slap shots.
no, he would run. You couldn't keep him away from the front of the net, and he would
Oh,
run you over if you weren't.
Oh,
if you tried to
okay.
get. Unfortunately, we got somebody a coach on the team one year who basically destroyed the team.
Oh.
He was of the opinion that his kids were NHL quality.
Oh, and he worked them to death.
Worked the entire team to death. Now try
damn.
and do this on 7-year-olds. Drill, 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 drill with no scrimmage at the end. How fast
Gonna make them
do you lose a
hate
team?
this. You're gonna
Absolutely.
make them hate sports.
Yep. Team
Holy.
imploded halfway through the year. Gone.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is. Because either my
And
brother,
probably traumatized the whole group of kids too.
yeah, I mean either my brother or I, we would both have been good enough to get, a college scholarship. Probably
Yeah.
not good enough to actually play NHL, but enough so we could have defrayed some college cost.
Mhm.
But the team went pop.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the end of that.
And it was a high school.
No, we were in 7-year-olds.
Grade school. What the hell? This.
High school, I can see that. I mean, that's, you're starting to get serious then. But it's still a game up until you're like 12 or 13.
Frame shift
Look.
drive.
I agree 100%. And I had so many parents disagree with me
Really?
last season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I believe it.
Yep.
Because everyone's parents wants to think their kid is so special they can go pro.
Mm-hmm. Now, my dad, who was a ref for all of the local leagues, was frustrated with this guy because he wouldn't listen when my dad told him, well, no, my dad told him, your kids are not NHL quality.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad had reffed 5 NHL quality people by that time. And, I mean, these guys, yeah, they were better than average. Again, they would have gotten, if they stuck with it, they might have gotten a college scholarship.
Yep.
But they were never going to make the NHL. No chance. So,
There's not too many kids that can.
no, there aren't. But,
Not too many kids can make it baseball or football or basketball. I've seen some great athletes from our little school.
mhm,
They do wonderful with the teams around them.
mhm.
Then you send them to college, and what happens? All their stardom and all their, being the jock of the walk, they get thrown in the back of the bus and they're nobodies anymore. And
yeah,
a lot of them
yep.
can't take that kind of mental instability.
Yep. Galaxy map.
They'll be
Here's
the
the galaxy
captain
map
of
for
the
you.
ice cream team, and then
Yep.
put
And
on
then they
the bench
become
as a
water
backup.
boy at the
Yep.
college level.
Yep.
Yep.
And they're like, they can't take
There's
it.
a TV show called All American that demonstrates that very well in the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, I witnessed it firsthand, and I watched boys that were good at what they, football players, good. Went to college. There was some of there always, it's like I always say, yeah, you may think you're great, but I bet there's about 5 or 6 others out there who's just as good, if not better than you are. There
Yep.
always is. Doesn't matter if you're IT or
Yep.
crane operator or a tugboat operator. There's somebody there that's just a little bit slicker than you are, but and I watched these boys, you know, they had full ride scholarships to college. And about the second or third year, they quit and came back to the hometown. It's just like, and the people are like, well, you had a full ride and all that, and I like, you know, I got onto a couple of them. I said, leave the freaking boys alone. I said, you guys build them up, you put them on this pedestal at high school, and they're so used to being praised and glorified,
Camping around.
and then they go to college and they are nobody, and it's a shock to their systems because I said, you guys didn't teach them how to lose gracefully.
Yeah.
And I said, it's all on you guys' ass.
That happens a lot in small towns because they're always looking for the hero, and
Yep.
not a lot of things happen in small towns, so they, you know.
Oh, I asked my
Like I
dad
told
about
him,
I asked my dad about it when later on. How
Yeah.
good would we, potentially have been? And he said, would have gotten a 4-year scholarship somewhere, but it wouldn't have gone beyond that because, it's just you just didn't have the talent, which is fine to know. We're good, just not that good. So.
it's
Hard
like
to
I
be
just,
that good.
yeah, it's just like I told my son, it's not whether you win or lose the game, but how you play.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you can play a perfect game and still lose
Yep. It happens all the time.
all the time.
Yep.
Yep. Although you usually don't see it on TV.
Most of your sports on TV is
Yeah.
scripted play. And
They're not
it's
even
just full of
trying half
shit.
the time. They're too afraid of even a minor injury.
It's like football. Football used to be football. They
Yep.
played in the mud, they played in the rain, they
Yep.
played in the snow, they played in the ice, they played in
Not
the heat.
so protected.
Now
It's
most
like
of them
they
won't
put them
play
in
if
a
they ain't got a
bubble.
climate control stadium.
Yep.
Like,
I
pussies.
remember hearing a team that a bunch of people refused to play or something
Oh, I don't know.
a while ago.
I don't know. But when it's coming out slowly but surely, it's trickling out, and old Roger Goodell's trying to control it, but he's not going to be able to. Where they pay coaches to throw games because they
Mm-hmm.
want this team in the Super Bowl and this team in the Super Bowl, and they pay the coaches, and the coaches pay the players to throw a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see that when a quarterback throws directly to a receiver and he
Yep.
misses that son of a gun when it's right there, and it's like, yeah,
I've
okay.
seen someone. The ball was coming right to him. He's the person going to catch it purposely slows down, and it drops like 2 feet in front of him. It's like you couldn't get that.
Well, anyways, it's coming out. I mean, I've seen 4 coaches come forward and give evidence, and
Yeah,
they've
for
tried to
the
cover it up on
injections.
main TV where nobody can see it, but it still gets out there. I'm waiting to see, when it goes to, I think it's going to civil court or trial or something, to see what happens. Some of them have been paid off to shut up if they want to play in the game anymore. So
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map,
we'll
Commander.
just see.
Retracted.
Why you just watch college?
College is getting where they buy the colleges now, so come on, man,
Colleges
it's gonna
getting up
trickle
that
down.
Right. I mean, that's what happens when you pay kids ludicrous amounts of money to come play for you. That's the thing.
Philip, you need to stop using them $5 words and go back to just large amount.
Not that.
You're drinking? Well, maybe you shouldn't be flying and drinking. You know, it's 8 hours from bottle to throttle there, son.
No wonder why you couldn't jump out correctly earlier there, Mr. Phillip. Just told on yourself there, bud.
It was
Nope,
blue
nope,
with
nope,
the
nope,
J.
nope,
J
nope,
blinking in
nope.
my eye.
Yep, we don't want to hear it. Nope.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not
We don't wanna
me,
hear it.
146
Yep, nope. You told on
kilometers
yourself.
out.
You're telling on yourself. You're telling on yourself.
And
Stop
then
digging.
I tried
Stop
to
digging.
enter
Stop
the
digging. Stop
It
digging, or I'm
doesn't
gonna feel sorry for you and give you a backhoe because you know I'm gonna feel sorry that you're working yourself to death digging your own hole there. You know, come on, man.
I feel sorry for
What
the
you drinking,
rest of the
Philip?
hooligans he hangs out with.
nothing, just iced tea.
Long Island iced tea.
I wish.
Can you imagine Philip drunk? Oh my.
I don't want to imagine Philip drunk. I'd have to exclude him from the channel for the night.
No.
Galaxy map.
Use the galaxy map, Commander.
Alcohol doesn't affect me in that way.
Sure.
It
Most
really screws up
most
my
people
motor
who are
skills,
drunk
though.
Most people who are drunk don't even have a freaking clue how stupid they were acting. To them, they were totally sober, doing their best. You know, whatever. You know, everything was cool. They didn't do nothing wrong until the videos start showing up a day or two later of you know them wearing lampshades on their head,
Yeah,
scratching
those
their
are
ass.
the same people who basically black out too. That's another thing I don't do.
Well, if you black out, you probably wouldn't know about it.
God damn it.
I used to had a friend that was about your caliber, and he said, "Yeah, drinking don't affect me." Right?
Oh, I never said that. It said it doesn't affect me in that way. There's two ways it does affect me. I'll slur my words, but if
Well,
I
you slur. Well, then you're drunk all the time.
No.
You're drunk all the time. I have a hard time understanding.
And it destroys my motor skills.
Well, I can't tell if you are or you ain't drunk because your motor skills are far off base every day. You're a half a bubble to being lovely.
Man.
You're just a half a bubble off, son.
$400 for a new mic, please.
Who? You paid $400 for a new mic. Who?
Oh, I'm going to need almost that for a new mic.
Why?
A mic that actually displays my voice somewhat accurately.
I can't. No.
So,
I just.
absolutely nothing like you hear me. Not even close.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Did I say something funny or something?
They don't make a mic. It's gonna straighten out your voice. They'd have better luck landing somebody on the moon before they can come up with a mic to make you sound like you.
The HyperX gaming headset does a very good job of reproducing voice ranges correctly. It's the one I'm using now.
1 second, I'll write that down.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Grow up, Lynn.
Grow up. You're the one that's gonna spend all that money on a freaking mic, and you're still gonna.
Okay, Trace.
That's what you're hearing me on is a HyperX headset.
Oh, hey, Brad.
Yeah. Oh,
It's all your goddamn fault.
Galaxy
How
map.
is the truck its fault?
Here's
He's
the
being
galaxy map,
quiet.
Commander.
What the hell?
Because he's muted laughing his ass off over there. I know it.
Blaming it on truck it. God damn it.
Yeah, you don't have to spend a bank to get a good mic. You just have to look at the reviews.
Audio recording devices don't seem to get it on. We have a hate relationship.
Now, are you what's it doing to you? Are you clipping on the high end, clipping on the low end?
Yeah, it's clipping almost the entire high end out.
Okay, so you've got a higher voice than we expect. Okay, so you're talking way up here.
No, not like that. Goddamn.
He entered the room. I don't.
Sounds maybe 15% higher voice than you have.
Fuels
Oh my
input
God.
complete.
Higher.
I hate.
If you're 15% higher than me, you're in mid-range and you ain't clipping.
Well, it's clipping me. Or
No,
it's
you.
doing something because I sound like some old, tired man.
No,
like
you don't.
has
No, you
Down
don't.
syndrome. Jesus
No.
Christ. Horrible. Old, tired man with Down syndrome. That's what that sound like.
No, you don't.
That's what I'm hearing. You're saying my audio's not working? It plays everything else just fine?
Philip, you're hearing what your voice sounds like. Some people don't like
No,
the way their
my
voice sounds.
It doesn't
System
sound like
scan
that.
complete.
The only reason I know somewhat how my voice sounds is because I actually had a sound specialist listen to my voice and give me corrections to put into the voice program I was using at the time to have it render properly. So then I listened back to that to see what my voice naturally sounds like. And so now I know what to correct to.
But the problem is, Philip, it doesn't matter what kind of mic you got. If you can't pronounce the words, they're going to come out all fucked up. I mean, say stellar phenomenon. Say
No,
ludicrous.
thank
Your
Yeah, but
favorite
if you
word,
can't pronounce
ludicrous.
the words, they're going to sound like shit, no matter who you are. Even I. But I'm known, and you know,
whale.
I know that I don't pronounce them right, and I do most of it intentionally.
Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Almost done.
But you don't sound like no old man to me. Maybe a 20-year-old with an IQ smaller than his shoe size.
There's no high range at all being produced.
Your voice is so high, it's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes.
Philip, you're on the high end of alto. It's coming out pretty high.
I wish I could hear what the hell you guys are hearing.
Listen to the stream back.
No, that doesn't work because I have to use my headset for that, and it's going
Right.
to change my voice.
Right, so what I'm hearing from the way you're describing things is that your headset is not properly reproducing sound.
Yeah.
So you've either got a graphic equalizer that needs adjustment or a set of headphones that will actually return true sound. Which again, I would lean towards the HyperX at this point because, damn, it's a good gaming headset.
Yeah.
And it's not expensive.
You find that?
120 bucks.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
And you could probably find it on sale somewhere.
Yeah.
You sound like Costello.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Hey, I'm at.
What?
Half the time you're sounding like you've got a borderline falsetto going on, or at least a nasal tone.
No.
And it's
I mean, that's the way it's coming across, and these are, high quality speakers on these headphones. So that's what you're coming across as.
Mr. Biggle sounds perfect. Trey sounds perfect. Truckett sounds perfect. Anthony sounds perfect. Cam sounds perfect. You? You sound like Costello. And I've talked to a lot of my friends on a telephone with these headphones. Even with me using my cell phone, they sound just like they do on my headphones. So, it's kind of like what I hear is what it is. And, it's
So you don't need to spend, several $100s for a headset. I mean, that's.
well, you
Not
can, but I'm
something
gonna
I
laugh
would
my
want
ass when you
to.
sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got my $25 mic.
And he sounds like a professional radio star.
Yeah, except when I hear him, I know he's clipping on the low end. I can
Well,
hear
you
the
stop the
clip.
clipping by going in here and delaying the kickoff.
Well, no, he's missing the low end of his voice. So he's.
Who? James?
Well,
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
the tip of it. It's not cutting it off completely.
No, because he's got a $25 voice mic. I mean,
It's better than the $20 headset.
yeah.
That mic was bad.
Yeah. Yep. What's up with headsets and mics? They're always
Well-
worse than just straight up mics.
Well, of course.
But it's almost intentional. Like they're purposely put crappy mics on headsets.
Yes, because they only have to. Most headsets, they only need to have it voice range, and they aim mid range. They don't put high quality mics on it. They usually pay more attention to the sound reproduction in the headphone. Not always, because if you're not hearing the fact that you're quite high pitched, then your headphone is not very good. It's not reproducing what you're receiving very well. Now the HyperX I've got, which is designed for gaming and carrying a maximum range of response. What?
Huh?
Oh,
What
oh
happened?
God,
Did I
Hans, that
miss
was a good
something
one.
Trey
Knowing
said?
Philip's probably not completely plugged in.
No, God damn it! What moron said that? Obviously it's plugged in, Jesus Christ.
Come on, Philip. You can't get mad about that. That's some funny stuff right there. I don't care who you are.
I'm an
Oh
old man,
God.
grouchy old
Oh.
man.
Yes,
I
you
hate
are. You are that. Yeah. You are correct there.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God, I just happened to flip over there to YouTube and see that. I thought he did not say that. I had to read it 3 times before I busted out.
posted that on. Now
Hans
it's there
did.
forever. Jesus
Hans did.
Christ.
Come on, Philip. I gave you one tonight. Got to take one for the
Yeah,
team every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I bet.
Okay,
Oh my
Costello.
God.
Damn you,
Oh,
Hans.
that's
What did
that's just
Hans do now?
that's what Hans said.
Oh,
Knowing
okay. It was
Philip,
Hans.
probably not completely plugged in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Hans, get back to your loading. You're
Come on, you're gonna
still
dish it
trying.
out. You gotta take it, buddy.
But I don't know how many
Oh.
headsets you've had in the last year or so that you played with Trace and I. Your voice hasn't changed one iota.
It's the same mic.
No, it
You
hasn't.
still cannot pronounce words, and you still slur your words, and you still at the end of it. It's
This is the same mic.
oh my god! Even a different computer can't make you sound better.
But I don't
I'm
think
saying
you're
it's
actually clipping,
the
Philip.
same.
I don't think your voice is high enough to clip. It doesn't sound like a clipped voice. I can usually tell, and James is losing his low end a little bit, but I don't think you're losing anything.
Well, I don't sound how it's coming in, at least from my end. Then don't read into that. Jesus Christ, you haven't turned it on. You're that bored during the day, aren't you?
No, I can pretty well
Your mind
entertain
plays
myself all day
games.
long, but when you talk bullshit out your ass, man, I'm just gonna laugh my ass off at it, because it's like, there's nothing in this world gonna make you sound better. Nothing. Maybe if they operated on your vocal cords, but yeah, you're just a Costello.
Nope.
Might as well get used to it.
Actually, I think Snagglepuss is closer.
What? No, hell no.
Yeah!
It's perfect. I mean, exit, stage left.
Oh, Lord have
God
mercy.
damn.
I can't believe you said that. Your ears need
We're
fixing.
gonna change his name to just call him Puss, Snagglepuss. Oh God, my tummy hurts.
Whew. You ain't lying. I don't need to work out for a week.
Damn, it's still 23 minutes until Trace gets home.
I mean, seriously, he could do a voiceover for a new Snagglepuss. I mean, come on.
No, I can't.
Oh, yes, you
No,
can.
his voice isn't low enough.
Wait, how, what?
What?
No, I think he could do Snagglepuss. I don't think
I'm
he did.
sitting here listening to Snagglepuss while he's talking, and no, it's not low. He's not low enough, and Snagglepuss pronounces his words correctly. And
Oh,
very
you'd have to
distinguished.
enunciate better,
Yeah.
that's for certain,
Yeah.
because he'd need to develop a British accent.
Why would I want to do that?
Oh, so you could play Snagglepuss.
Yeah, it could be good
Let's just-
money.
Let's just put it this way, Philip. You will never be a James Bond, so just get that out of your head.
Retracted.
You're the one who came up with that. Never was in my head.
Oh
At
my
all.
God. Hans says poor Philip can't even clip right.
Oh, that was bad.
That was horrible.
That wasn't even good.
He can't even clip right. Oh.
Okay, Hans. I mean, if you're going to be dishing them out, get in here in voice, so you could.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, what a coward.
You've had your freebies. Get back in here.
He was in here last night. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
Yeah, I know, but now he's dished out 2 comments in a row. It's like, okay, you want to dish them out? Come on in here.
Oh no, it's hilarious because I get to read him. I get to be the one that delivers the death blow to Philip.
And he doesn't even need timing for that. He's cheating. He doesn't need timing for that. How is that fair?
I don't need timing either.
Come
I
on,
can,
Philip.
you know,
We
it's
love
just
you,
like,
buddy.
you got to be able to think on your feet and not on your ass. Which way did it go? Which way did it go?
There.
Frameshift drive charging.
I hate you guys so much.
3, 2,
Well, we
There's
love
little
you,
but
Philip.
except for the corn. Oh God.
Ugh.
Still have a few more loads.
You hang out in this chat, you better be ready for some blows. That's all there is to it. I take them, Lynn takes them. It is what it is. Oh,
Yeah, well, they sling some at me, but I'm usually good enough to duck.
I thought this was a PvE group, not a PvP.
You're still alive flying around in your ship. Don't push your luck because we could change that in a heartbeat. I mean, I'm sitting on my carrier. My Corvette's just right next door. I can just jump into it. You can't take your carrier from me, so.
Too, but unfortunately, the last thing I did with it was mine. So I'm not sure how useful it will be.
Perfect ending to a perfect day. That was even better than hollered at my husband in the garden.
And you don't have to worry about giving him a heart attack unless he's listening.
Oh, that's all right. It just, yeah, he's not gonna like it because I'll be sitting there zoomed in and say, "Hey, miss that weed right there. You gonna pull it or what?"
And he's going to go get
Oh,
the
that I
shotgun
can
and
see you doing
shoot
for
holes
sure.
in the cameras.
No, he's going to tell Lynn to do it herself then.
Actually, he's not a very good shot. I don't have to worry about that.
Wait,
Maybe the
what?
neighbor's cow.
Oh my God, what? Wait, you have to tell us the story behind this.
What? About him not being a good shot?
Yeah, there has to be a story.
Yeah, there's a story. Had an armadillo. It was getting into my tulip patch.
God.
And I seen it, and I said, I'm gonna go get the rifle and shoot that damn armadillo, keep it out of my tulip patch. And he said, I'll get it. So he gets the 22 rifle and he goes out there and it's loaded. He jacks a shell into it, aims, shoots. He shoots, it hits the armadillo, but you can't. If you shoot at an armadillo, you got to shoot it in the head. You don't shoot mass body because it won't. It just bounces off, especially as far away as he was. But what it was doing, it would jump up, flip over, and go the other way. And he'd hit it, and it'd jump up, flip over, and go the other way. And what it reminded me of is those game arcades where you shoot something and it turns and it goes the other way. And he wasted about 4 shots on the damn thing, and I said, "Oh Jesus, give me that damn thing!" So I jacked the shell into it, aimed it, shot him right in the eye. Thing fell over dead, and I said, "Shoot him in the head next time."
But if he's that bad of a shot, you might have to give him an elephant gun.
He'd be better off with a shotgun. But with an armadillo, you're not gonna kill it with a shotgun. You're just gonna jump up and flip over. They'll do a 360, or 180 in the air, go back the other way, and then they'll jump, flip, and go back the other way. I mean, it's funnier than hoot to watch them.
Reminds me of I went to a friend's place in Chattanooga. We were down there at his place during the week, just outside of city limits, and the neighbor had some chickens. Of course, he wouldn't pen them up, so they were loose, and they would come wandering over and mess up the guy's yard. And he said, "Oh, you want to have some fun? There's the pellet gun. There's the pellets and the CO2 cartridges. If the chickens come over, they're fair game." So I'm like, okay, fine. I started out by shooting them in the back, off the top of their back, and I'd take some feathers off, but it didn't really discourage them. So I said, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I took a little bit
Dinner time.
better aim. They'd squawk and squabble and stuff like that, and not go very far. And it's just like, okay, fine. Well, that's not discouraging them.
You need a pot and something to bang it against.
No.
That will get them.
So I aimed for their head.
Good night.
I concussed them pretty good. They walked sideways for a little bit, stumbling around, and then they all decided to leave the yard. Only took a couple of planks. Shot
Oh, Hans.
shot two of them in the head. Boink, boink. They left. Okay, that worked.
Did the rooster come after you?
I don't know that he had any roosters.
Oh,
Didn't see any, although that breed is pretty hard to tell.
okay.
Yeah,
It looks just like
the white
chicken.
egg layers. Yeah,
Mm.
I forget what the name
Oh,
of
you
the
can
breed
always
is.
tell a rooster from a hen.
Okay, then he had all hens.
Yeah, they tend to be bigger and their top feathers are different.
Well, they was all the same. They was all chickens.
Oh, okay.
And
Guess he didn't want the noise in the morning.
Frameshift drive charging.
but after a couple of mornings of shooting them in the head, they decided they weren't coming over in the yard anymore. Well, so that was that for the week.
So much for the fun.
Yeah, it really wasn't all that fun shooting them in the back. I mean, they'd go squabble, 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 and that would be the end of it.
Yeah, but wouldn't it hurt them with it?
But they're too
They should
dumb.
know that. Yeah, I know that, but I mean, just instinct. I mean, you would think they would
Leave an area where they keep getting hurt? Yeah, you'd think that, except they didn't.
Yeah.
It depends on how far he was. It depends on what he was shooting with.
Yep.
They're just lucky they're tasty. They would have been extinct ages ago, if not for their so good tasting meat.
Well, that's how dodo birds died. They were tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people didn't breed them back then. Breed most of the birds that went extinct.
Cargo scoop.
3 more loads after this one, I think.
They said, yeah, they had a problem one day where guy a couple of streets down had squirrels in his trees and decided to shoot him for dinner with a shotgun. So they heard the
Sounds like
shotgun.
a good idea.
So they heard the shotgun go off, and a few seconds later, they had all the pellets raining down on the roof.
Oh. They were up high in the tree then, huh?
Yeah, he was shooting up at them, and the pellets just sort of rained out of the sky and landed on their roof.
People inside must have been like, what the hell are you doing out there?
Well, it's a great rule of thumb. You never shoot a gun straight up in the air, because
Yeah.
sooner or later that bullet
Yeah,
comes
that-
down. The pellets come down too.
Suffer and succotash.
And if he shot the squirrel, then it meant when he dressed it, he had some BBs to pull out.
Yeah.
Dad said as a kid during the war, he got a duck that had been shot with a shotgun. He said they were spitting out pellets all the way through the meal.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's weird. You would think he would die from internal bleeding or something. If it was
No, they're
the
hard
stomach
pellets in your mouth. You
going.
just spit them out.
Hell, I had went hunting with Frank and his boy Leroy, and we were pheasant hunting. No, excuse me, we were quail hunting, and where we was at, and we were supposed to go in certain directions, and we wasn't supposed to turn. You know, we were all staggered, so we wouldn't be in the line of fire. Anyways, Cubby Quail jumped up, or yeah, jumped up in front of me, and I spun around and shot him. And about that time, Frank shot too, and I felt something hit my shoulder, and I said, "Ow, that hurts." And I got the spray of his shotgun in the shoulder, and we collected birds, and I went back to house, and his wife was sitting there popping the little BBs out of the back, out of my back, and was doctoring it up there. And when he came home, she took the broom out after his ass.
Mm.
You could have hurt Lynn bad. But Frank was all the time putting me in situations. You know, one time he says, "You see that?" He had a cast iron, one of them claw fit cast iron tubs out in the field, except
Okay.
it didn't have the feet on it. He's just sitting on the ground. He says,
Oh,
"You did me a favor?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Go out there and empty the, you know, pull the plug in that that bathtub there, so I can put some fresh water in." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Is there anything in there?" And he says, "No, they're in the other pasture over there." And I said, "Okay." So I opened up the pasture gate, walked over there, and reached down in there and pulled the plug, and it was draining. Pretty soon I heard, and then I heard dirt moving, and I thought, "What the hell?" Turned around, it was this bull, and I just jumped over the bathtub, and he come over come over to that side, and I jumped back over the bathtub, and he come over that side. So I just stepped in the bathtub and kind of hunkered down. And Frank come around there with the garden hose, and he says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I thought you said there wasn't nothing in this pasture." And he said, "Well, there wasn't supposed to be." And I said, "Well, will you come and get your damn bull so I can get out of here?" And I heard Joyce from the back porch,
Bull that was
"Frank!"
fun.
And they're the two that got you into this game, right?
No, that's Joe and
Oh, okay.
Jordan. He was all the time getting in shit. He made some stuff called, what the hell was it? Recipe is what he called it. It had every kind of clear liquor there was in the world, and then 2 or 3 bottles of 7 Up, and then a couple of cans of Hawaiian punch put in there. And he sat out there in his workshop and stirred up in a
Unshift
tub.
drive charging.
Aviator
And then he'd
fluid.
fill up 2-liter bottles, and it had so much alcohol in it that about an hour later, you had to carefully pick up the 2-liter jugs because your fingers would almost go through the side of the plastic. And I said, that shit's probably not doing our insides much good. He said, "But what a hell of a way to go." It's like, okay. He was all the time doing stuff. What should have went really perfectly fine, yeah, never did. If it could go wrong, it did.
he's Tim the Toolman Taylor kind of person, huh?
Yeah, on speed.
Oh, that must have been fun to watch.
The last time I went hunting with him, well, we really wasn't hunting. We were training
Don't go
his son's
hunting with
coon
them.
dogs. We were training his son's coon dogs, tree coons, and to
This
run a
can't
trail.
go.
And his boy Leroy, he could squawk like a raccoon and call him out of a tree. And he was up on this branch. Frank was at the bottom of the branch with 3 dogs, and I was standing there with a flashlight. And I had an army parka on. It had the big hood with fur around the top of it, and it was, pushed back where I could look up. And Leroy was calling that coon out. Well, that coon came out of that hole, smacked Leroy right in the face. Leroy fell out of the tree and fell probably a good 10, 15 foot to the ground, knocked the wind out of him. The coon leaped from the limb, just brushed the top of my head, ended up in my hood of my parka, and I had long hair down to about the middle of my back, and he got tangled up in my hair. The coon dogs turned around and was treeing me, and Frank says, "I'll be right back. Go check on Leroy," because Leroy's still laying on the ground, hasn't moved. And I have these 3 dogs just ripping on me, and I got this damn coon in my hood, and I'm trying to grab the zipper to take my coat off to get rid of the coon. I, I finally shook that coat, got rid of that coon. Coon hits the ground, takes off running, and these 3 dogs are chasing him. And then I get squalled at because uh, I let the dogs loose. I was like,
Who
I
let
didn't
the
have the dogs in the first place. I was scared to get rid of the coon. So we had to chase the dogs down. And the coon went to a pond and swam out there. And one dog was stupid enough to go in after him. And
Yeah.
Leroy, he grabbed a big old branch, waded off into the pond to smack the coon upside the head to get him off the
Hey,
top of the
Kenny.
dog's head before he drowned him. Hello, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
But yeah, after that, I told Joyce I'd come visit her and eat supper with them on Sunday, but no more hunting. I just, yeah, the punishment was just too much for my body. Because that time I went back, she had to doctor my back for coon scratches. And she just said, every time they go hunting, she says, I think one of them's going to not come back. And I said, I can understand why.
That's one hell of a way to look at it.
Well, my parents had a running pool on running bet going on which would survive, me or my brother. Somehow we beat the odds and both survived, but
Oh, what a pity. Oh,
You know, Trace,
seriously,
Damn,
I
Phil.
might be cruel, but I
if
just I don't step that low.
Drive
if
charging.
I had a brother like the one you had, I would have
Ready
killed
to
him.
engage. 4, 3, 2,
Rhetorically
1.
speaking, everybody, we know that
Yep,
Phil
yep,
could
yep,
whoop himself out of a wet
yep,
paper
yep.
bag.
God damn. YouTube. Yep. It's a joke, YouTube.
Ragtag crew of misfits.
oh, of course.
The only sane one is Mr. James, and he's sitting there going, how did I ever get involved with these people?
As James
He had
chuckles
nothing
with
else
his
better
mic
to
turned
do.
off, thinking, yeah, oh, you fools, you don't know how bad I really am.
Oh dear. I don't know about me being sane.
Oh, well, I don't know. You were talking about that one where you skin up your knees and hands, and it's kind of like that just blowed my image of you totally right out the window. I still ain't got it in my head that that bicycle you recline in and you ride around. It's like I'm like, okay.
It's good fun.
righty.
Cargo scanner.
I am out of time. It's 10 o'clock on a work night, so I need to get my behind in bed and try and get a little bit more sleep tonight. We'll see how things go. I haven't been getting very much. At any rate, yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. Oh, excuse me. In the stream chat, we've got Castle, Shane, Hans, and Kenny. Thank you guys for joining us. Great having you along. And in the voice chat, we've got James, Lynn, Cody, and Philip. Thank you guys for joining me. It's great having you
Hey,
all along, as always. So,
hey,
what?
hey, Philip, say
Yeah.
exit stage right.
No.
Good night.
Alrighty then. We will pick this up again
Dude,
tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice for Justice, signing out.
for the few